This is the day before Halloween, and we're going to be doing figure drawings. I'd introduce the skeleton to you. You know, a human skeleton is, there are many similarities to all mammals on Earth, and that is all mammals have a skeleton, a clavicle, collarbone, rib cage, spinal cord, scapula, hip bone, upper arm, upper leg, lower leg, hands. Even horses have hands, and their bottom part, and dogs will use that to maneuver things. That's considered their hand. And so we are using this rubric, and it is put your name underneath grading rubric, and then period 3. It's a vertical composition. Each one of these is going to cost you 20 points. And number 2, for correct size and placement, it's going to be unit of measurement. This is a drawing foundation that artists use to help them to better see, because drawing is all about seeing. So see where the G is at the end of grading? You guys need to follow along now. You're going to put a dot up there, right underneath that, and then where the line is, you're going to put a dot, and that's how big your head can only be in order to fit the whole skeleton on this page. So you can take your pencil and now register in your mind's eye between those two dots on your pencil. I was painting. My hands look terrible. So mine is the tip of this mechanical pencil. The next thing I want you to do is rest your hand down and connect those with an oval. Go very slow. You could warm your muscles up, your fine muscles up first before you bring your pencil down. Make sure your hand is rested on the table. The next, we'll go back to the skeleton to get it later. So here's the spinal cord, right? And I want you to do the clavicle, the collarbone, at an angle. Whenever the collarbone is this angle, the pelvis is the opposite, to help balance your body. So there's several things I want you to do on this, like a frontal view of a foot and the side view for future when we're doing the figure drawings tomorrow. So the collarbone is about 1.5 head length. So that's about 1, and this is 2. So 1.5, and I'm going to lay my pencil down. I'm going to angle it up like this, so I can see that was a little bit long right there. So I can lay my pencil back down and measure it. 1.5. That's about it right there. Pentimenta, keep it light until it's right. That's what Michelangelo told his Sistine Chapel assistants that helped him paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. So from the clavicle to the we'll do the sternum, one head length down. Sternum, let's make it about here. And so draw a line like that, and then draw the outside line. That's for the sternum. And so the clavicle, it stops right here. So we did a single rod line. Make a curved line out here. Do your outer line here. And go ahead and do the back side of it. And make some little ovals for the spine, for the neck. And there are 6 ribs on each side. I want you to do the bottom ones first. Curl it up like that. All right, we're just doing the center rods of these. Put a curl line on the outside of that. Now we're going to count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make these a little wider up here. And do curved lines at the end of them, not connecting them. I'm going to turn upside down. The muscles in your hand are designed to go out and down for best control. And now I'm going to make the double line of each one of these. Bring them around. Oops. All right. Next, we're going to bring the spinal bone down a little bit more. Remember, one head length down is the middle of the chest, another head length down is right before the hip. Now, our collarbone's going this way, our hip should do the opposite. And your hip bone is about just a little more than a head length. One head length. And I'm running out of lead, I think. So make sure when you look at the the pelvis, that it's not as long as the collarbone. So, see this here? This is about 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 from the shoulder to the elbow. This is a little long on that. So let's go from the, make a little oval here, from the collarbone, the shoulder, to the elbow is a head length. So we measure, I already know it's this length. Now I'm breaking it into smaller steps. Which way is my arm going to go? I'm going to have it going out, going down. It's your choice. Just make sure that you've got the proportions right. So then I draw my center rod. From my elbow to my wrist is another head length. So what direction am I going to have it? I think I'll go this way. All right, well, now we'll do the other arm. One head down, I'm going to have it go, my hand go down like this. And then I'm going to have it go up. And so for the hand, do a trapezoid. It's kind of like a triangle, only the tip cut off, and the tip is at the end. The widest part of the triangle is at the wrist. I'm running out of lead. Oops. A little wide. Okay, so now we'll go back to the arms. And actually we could yeah, we'll do the arms. Warm our muscles up, and then we'll go back. We'll go to the head last. So we're going to go to the humerus bone right here. And you know, even though these lines are slightly straighter than if you were doing the flesh, they're not straight lines. It bows slightly. It's very subtle. And then we have the radius and the ulna. So the radius is on the upper side, radius bone. Okay, so out and in, just very subtle. And draw a dark line between those. Do the other side now. The humerus bone, right? And then the radius. Thank you, Jalen. That was nice of you. Okay, when you're doing the fingers, always do the middle finger first. Don't do it straight. The middle finger is the longest, and by registering your eye on the middle finger, the forefinger is next shortest, then the thumb, and the ring finger, and the baby finger. Same with the other hand, forefinger after the middle, thumb, ring, and baby. Okay. Now we'll make the spinal bone a little bit thicker, and some of the lumbar vertebrae. And now the hip spinal bone will come down in here, but the reason why we did this line here is to help you do the pelvis base on that line there. And kind of for a simple shape, kind of like a heart. We'll fix it later. It's going to come in here more, little square after we get that. And then at the bottom, it goes in and out. So, spinal bone comes all the way down in here. Erase those preliminary lines. And okay, so this comes around those, and that's a little high. Just right in here. You know, kind of square off the pelvis. It's not real narrow. Okay. Looking this in here. And so now we got the two legs. So we got the femur. We want one leg that's going to be straight and one that's going to be a profile of the foot. So the femur is 1.5 head lengths. So that's 1.5, somewhere around in here. I can draw my line and then I can lay my pencil down and see if that's about right. Just a tad long. Then from my knee to my ankle is another 1.5 head lengths. Estimate, lay your pencil down and measure it, then draw your center rod. At the bottom of that foot, I want you to give it some space, give a curved line for the top of the foot and a short straight line at the bottom. Should have zoomed in a little bit more for them. Okay, so now we're going to do the femur. Again, comes out, try to keep it pretty straight, and right at the knee, come out and go in. And then we've got the radius. The tibia and the fibula. The tibia is the top one, top bone. It's wider at the top and tapers in the middle, and then comes wide again at the bottom. Just very soft. It's a real small bone. I broke my fibula a year ago, and they can't put that in a cast.
Just restarted.
Oh, okay.
Just went back to 9 seconds.
Okay. So now this foot, we're doing the femur. I'm running out of lead. Okay, oh, we didn't measure it. So I want this one. No, I wanted it angled out. So I'm scanning my eye over here, looking at my first leg, and then this here. Here's my heel, and here's my foot. I come out for my femur, taper it in, bring it out, and then we're doing the tibia. And then the fibula. And then we're going up the top of the foot and around the heel. And uh-oh, I'm doomed. So for the bottom foot, do a few little toes, right? And now we're going to go up to the head, skull. And so I want it, needs to be a little squared off, a little bit coming out here. And I'll put it down there. Oh, thanks. All of them are low. I should have taken time to change it. So your eyes are in the middle of your head. And so focus on that little dot and make try to make a square but round it off. Then just come in and darken it up. And then make a straight line down the middle and then make a little triangle. Try to round off that triangle. So the top of the skull comes down right at the end of the nose, comes in, and we've got the mandible. Your jaw comes down, comes out and down. So we got the, I'm going to erase that center. Kind of make it square. Make that mandible little square at the bottom. It comes in. And so then we do the other line of it and make it wide. And it should really come in right around the end of the nose. Think of your temple, how it comes in and then comes out. And I think I did go out just a little bit. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to do the opening of the mouth. Sorry. The teeth. Oh. Okay, need to fix that up. Definitely fix that up here. I'm gonna try this pencil. Okay, so the jaw, the mandible comes out right at the nose line, comes down to the chin. It's kind of squared off, goes in. And so I need to fix these eyes a little better. I gotta sharpen my pencil, it's all flat. So the cranium, do a real light line for the cranium, this irregular line up here. And the nasal bone is hollow, it's black. All right, so let's go in now and darken some things. I don't like the way that looks, so nose is a little long. All right, so let's go to the, let's darken in the clavicle first, underneath. It stops right at the sternum. Sternum is down at the middle of the chest, comes to a point, and so do a line underneath each one of your ribs to create a dark value, or cast shadow.
Mr. Rogers, I think you need to sit down. I'm not feeling good.
Oh,
I'm not feeling too
I'm
good.
sorry. Okay. Okay. I didn't know, Chris. Thank you. Okay, so let's make this wide. So I'm gonna try to draw and record this at the same time. My femur is a little narrow at the top. Erase those inner center rods. I think the head needs to be up a little. It's a little flat-headed. You want to go to the clinic, Chris? Well, you do look bad. I feel bad. I didn't even know you were sick.
I didn't know either.
It just hit you all of a sudden? I can see it in your eyes.
My hand started getting shaky, so I was
Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks for trying. You're a good photographer. You sure you don't want to go down to the clinic?
You should. He should. Because it happened to me. Remember what happened to me? Well, that was a
Yeah.
reaction, but because when I was doing band,
Because you never know, maybe somebody else's, maybe there was some kind of food poisoning or something. Did you eat the school cafeteria lunch?
no,
Oh.
but I got some candy from a friend.
Oh. Might have been warm, might have been colder than warm again or something.
sometimes changing temperature has to do with it.
Oh yeah. Temperature destroys nutrients. Even though there's some nutrients in. Just go.
Most likely going home.
I'm gonna call the clinic right now, Chris. Alright, so there we have it.
I can't see the foot. Mr. Rogers, I don't think he knows. Let's go to the front office.
So, I don't know. Do a background, I'll give you a bonus point. Something in the background. Give some action lines. Just wait until you feels real strong. And just do 2 strokes, strong, on different lengths. We'll put 1 at the bottom of the foot. And if I put my pencil down, gosh, I need to have this taped down or something. If I put my pencil on the side and create where the sky meets the horizon, create some darkness in the background, help give a little bit of mystery. Okay, so we'll critique tomorrow.